It will be yours for all time.
There's no reason we can't be civil. Is there?
None, sire.
This is Sparta!
An interesting thread on flat Earth, evidence, tested firsthand, both Sun and Moon appear the same size, test 2. Robert Zoletzki states.
Why do flat earthers only do useless test which doesn't prove anything? If you want to prove something you should measure the exact time and cardinal directions of sunrise and sunset and process that data into a flat earth model. If you do that you'll soon find out that this is impossible. If the earth would have been flat, the sun has to rise and set a lot more to the north than it happens in the real world. If you do that your tests will prove that the real sunrises and sunsets can only be explained with a rotating globe model, never with a flat pancake under a rotating sun. My response.
Flat earther? Nope, just a man pointing out something I have noticed firsthand. Please by all means do as you preach. Impossible. Like water sticking to a ball with a magic force, do you mean? I do ask, why does mankind, such as yourself, judge? Are you open to be criticized back? One can live in your dreamy dream world of theories all day long, my friend, believe whatever thou wishes. Theories such as theory of relativity, Big Bang theory, theory of gravity, theory of evolution. Probably believe in Santa, Tooth Fairy, and government too, do ya? Good little voting citizen, is it? Pay your taxes, do ya, servant? Register to be a slave and have the illusion of choice or control, do ya? Fuck, I simply point out how these two bodies appear the same size. And indoctrinated Muppets just come flying out. I live on Earth, you keep living in your dream world, I will stick to facts. Water is flat, fact. No evidence thus far of any curve found, fact. No repeatable empirical evidence of the Earth being a ball, fact. Gravity does not exist, fact. Density and mass, your brain should relate. If one wishes to show something, do it, that, or keep knocking what challenges your precious indoctrinated closed mind and defend your belief as much as you like. I will stick to facts. Be well, I will always have hope for ignorant. Robert Zoletzki replies.
Judging. I only asked why flat brains never do serious test to prove their world is flat. Your problem is, as soon as you do tests that can prove anything, the only thing you will prove is that your flat earth theory is crap, that it is nonsense and a hoax. This whole flat earth theory is fully based on corrupted data, falsified information, straw man attacks on science, blatant lies and hilarious clumsiness. Therefore flat earthers can't do serious tests, they'll only prove their foolishness. And by the way, that the sun and the moon have a similar size to the eye of the observer is something mankind knows for thousands of years. No need to test that. Like mankind knows for thousands of years that the Earth is a globe. If you want to prove that wrong, you'll have to come up with more serious research. My response.
10 hundreds of years? Only 500 odd that I am aware of. Other than that, history shows the majority of mankind believed in geocentrism, not your bullshit. Like I said, show me how your theories have any fact or foundation, perhaps then your belief may be more than fantasy, perhaps you could in your absolute wisdom show me how to prove something doesn't exist. That would be interesting. If you wish to believe what you are told, so be it. Someday your ego may subside, I will not lose sleep regardless. As I said, Do better if you're able, the flak is expected when on target. Still waiting for you to prove water sticks upside down on a ball, I can easily show how it is flat, rebut all the military testimonies backing flat Earth, or the many scientists who have gone on record backing these facts. Go ahead. And calling me a flat earther is judging, or did you miss primary school? Robert Zoletzki replies.
I'm a certificated naval navigator and I can assure you that all our ships and submarines would be lost on the ocean if the Earth was a stationary pancake. First thing navigators do is calculate their distance to the horizon, a calculation based on their point of view and the curvature of the Earth. Then they use this distance to calculate the distance to faraway objects on sea or at the coastline. If the Earth wasn't curved, these calculations wouldn't make sense and the navigator would notice that. Secondly, every naval navigator trusts his gyro compass. A gyro compass is a non-magnetic compass that uses the rotation of the Earth to find geographical directions. If the Earth would have been a stationary pancake, the gyro compass was never invented because gyro compasses need spinning globes to be a compass. If you can't understand how it is possible to live on a spinning globe, my advice to you is take some classes in physics and classic mechanics and it all will become clear. My response.
Navy missile instructor describes things that seem to confirm flat Earth. YouTube link. For you to listen to one of your own describe what I am talking about. He has, I believe, the qualities. Have you ever noticed or done the time calculations over distance as he suggests? There are many naval, surveyors, engineers, that all have gone on record backing the facts of the flat Earth. As for your gyro working on the motion of the Earth.
The rotor is 10 inches in diameter, with nearly all of its 55 pounds concentrated in the rim. To turn it 6,000 times a minute, this rotor is not driven by an external force. It is actually the armature of a three-phase induction motor. The rotor bars and laminations are mounted on the inside of the rim, and the field windings are bolted to the interior of the rotor case. The model gyroscope gets its power from force applied to a string. Since the compass is in itself an induction motor, its power comes from a three-phase, 210-cycle, 50-volt current. Because of its weight, the rotor requires about 10 minutes to attain its speed of 6,000 revolutions a minute.
The gyro compass working. YouTube link. To explain how a gyro compass works, and it has nothing to do with any motion of your ball, my friend. Induction motor keeps the rotor spinning, and in fact if the gyroscope always keep north at its zenith, how come gyro compasses appear to be working upside down on your ball when, cough cough, down, haha, here on New Zealand? There has been no experiment ever proving the Earth's motion, let alone over 1,000 miles per hour, pendulum work from being set in motion. I have never seen a pendulum start itself, have you? If you cannot open your mind without prejudice, I do not expect you to even grasp what I am saying. Try just spending one day to rebut the mountain of factual first-hand empirical experiments showing that we live on a motionless plane, whether it is a pancake, pizza, or disc. I do not know, no one does, but I do know that ignoring what I have been told and doing my own due diligence to establish fact from fiction certainly leans towards a flat, certainly no motion, and not a ball. Your physics proves this, or do you deny water is flat? Explain the Chicago coastline being visible via zoom lens from the other side of Lake Michigan while supposedly being below a mile of curve. There are so many various facts proving it. Try and rebut them, not me. What I think should not make any difference to you at all. In fact, don't believe me, it makes no difference. Think what you like, I do. But I show facts, and have spent quite a few months now looking into this subject. Have you? Can you rebut the missile operator's testimony? Perhaps the Bedford level experiment? Think of the Earth as a giant ring magnet, southern ring, northern center. Ignore what you have been force-fed and taught, use your brain. Enough said.
Hell of a good start. Oh!